everybody! Put your hands together for the one and only Freddy Fazbear!
Hey, it's me, Toy Freddy! Everybody, how's you doing, everybody? I hope you're having fun! Yes, sorry that we are late with the stream, but things happened before that it makes us delay the stream! Oh no! Anyways, how you doing, everybody?
Was it afraid it's kind of a pain in the ass, so... Going back to Edo the Star, if I press it correctly, I cannot see it. There we go. Good. How you doing, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic day today. So yeah, the stream today is gonna be short. I didn't have time, I didn't make enough time for this, so my apologies. But this is how things go. Can I make this so... no, I like this. But yeah, the size is fine, I guess. It's just slimmer. Yeah, okay, good. Maybe just move it a little... like, oh, fuck. Okay, like the size is fine, but just I wanted to move it a little bit so I can see my... the buttons... well, never mind, this is fine. Things I've been learning in the past few days with Linux, shortcuts. There's a lot of talk about Linux actually, because unexpectedly PewDiePie moved to Linux. Like, what? One of the biggest YouTubers of all time moved to Linux? And people call me crazy for doing that. But it's fine. So yeah, we are not gonna waste too much time in pre-stream, so we're gonna get straight into the speedrun. I haven't opened the game yet, but we're gonna get straight into the speedrun. So yeah, today we're going to continue to get that top 20 time. Also, the special program was not reacted on stream. I decided to like not wait for that long and just recorded myself when I could in Sunday or Saturday. It's up on my secondary channels, the Starlight, so if you want to watch my reaction, it's there. All for yourself. But anyways, yeah, no wasting too much time here today. We're just gonna get straight into the speedrun, baby! And yeah. I haven't removed the scoop back dog time yet. I always forgot to do that. I can hear the game? Good. Alright. I'm beginning in the comfy position. So yeah, we just got the only thing we're gonna be doing today. Tess, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. So yeah, we're just going to... Is this working, by the way? It's not working somehow, the I split. Huh? Okay, there's something wrong with these shortcuts for the light split. Let me adjust it very quickly, I'll see what's the problem. Because I haven't really moved anything. Oh, never mind. Okay, no, never mind. This is fine. I forgot that we are doing... This is the layout for the FNAF world. Yeah, okay. Yeah, usually I use the key numpad for the timers, but because I'll be using the mouse most of the time, it's better to have like the split on, for example, number 1, where I have... It's closer to my left hand. This is going to be in WASD. WASD. But yeah, everything is fine. Alright, everything is ready actually. We just need to go to adventure, hard mode, and be ready to begin the run. So while we jab and try to get sub 20, because remember, it was a long time ago, but I got the 53 final time. I believe that we can get sub 20. I really believe it. So anyways, let's go. Okay, yeah, it wasn't first person wasn't even visible, so let's do it again. Alright. So yeah, ladies and others, as you may probably know, I'm a Linux user. I am actually stream on Linux, with a few exceptions. I actually, in some things, I do require to stream on Windows, like security breach, because for some reason when I changed to NVIDIA graphics card, things didn't work properly. And for Genshin Impact, because while Genshin Impact works on Linux, I am a little bit like afraid of hoyovers, let's just say. They're not like that picky with Genshin, to be honest. I think they don't really care that much with what players do with their own game, as long as it doesn't affect like their sales, like Fremo gems. But just in case, I don't want to get into any risks. But anyways, besides that, yeah, PewDiePie got into Linux, and I think today, because I replied, don't reply, but I commented on Blue Sky, as your payload looks like also is moving to Linux. What a weird time like we're living. I moved to Linux back in 2021, I think? No, okay, that's... I'm gonna restart now. It's gonna be just time waste. But yeah, PewDiePie moved to Linux, and when I moved to like 2021, 2022 around? It was 2022 when I moved to Linux. And to be honest, I don't regret doing that. There were times where like things doesn't work properly, and I'm like, maybe I should return to Windows. But then I looked up all the bullshit that there's in Windows lately, and it's like, well, Microsoft generally speaking. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I regret being on Linux. I just love how much control you can have with your own OS on Windows. I think someone mentioned this to me a few days ago, and I was like, oh yeah, you're right. And that is that Linux, it's like Windows XP with the amount of customization. I agree. I honestly agree. I think that it's very I didn't remember too much about the customization of Windows XP because I barely used it when I was a child. Yeah, speaking when I was a child, when I was younger, I didn't have too much access to computers and internet. So that's for me, for someone from the early 2000s, born into early 2000s. Getting access to that old technology, well, nowadays considered old technology, it's incredible for the age I had. Like they did the 64, for example. I'm pretty sure I told this countless times, but I used to have a Nintendo 64 for a lot of years with a bunch of games. Like I remember having that to like 2011, I think even 12. And it's like, oh man, you have that they get all the piece of technology at that time or that time. And like yeah, a lot of my childhood comes from that console. Even though there was like 360, which I don't get one eventually. But yeah. But anyways, back to the Linux topic. Some friends have wondered if it is a good idea to move to Linux because you know they know I'm a. Given we are like I don't want to say computer nerds, but we know the stuff. And I would say that it's good if you want to move to Linux if you don't have something specific to work with it. Like for example, gaming generally speaking works pretty well in Linux. Probably right now the biggest weakness with Linux it's the games with anti-cheat kernels, because those things sucks. Because you can make, let's just say Overwatch for example, a game that I actually no longer play. I actually hate it nowadays. No, not really, but I don't want to play that game ever again. But a game like Overwatch, you say, you can make it run. But after that, you won't be able to get in the game because the game anti-cheat is gonna be like, you're not in Windows. You'll be like, oh fuck off, this was useless. But also something weird is happening with this. For some reason, companies, some of the companies, game studios are making it so it only works for Steam Deck. Steam Deck is Linux, by the way. So why the Linux users have to be affected? The rest have to be affected, and all the users with the I know you can jump through each column, but like, I don't know, I'm still bad at it. But yeah, I don't really know a lot of HP to ride this, but still. But yeah, basically, yeah, that I wanted to play a game called... You might heard of it, probably. Was it Infinity Nikki, I think? I wanted to play it because a friend of mine recommended it to me, like, oh wow, you can... The gacha, you just give close to the anime girl, cool. And I want to play it, I tried to install it on Linux. It didn't want to do too much installation, so I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna... Maybe when I get enough space on my SSD, because I don't want to play this game anymore, or I free some space, I'm gonna install it for Windows. I have Windows as dual boot, which is something that you can do with Linux. And that was it. That was the idea. But I didn't knew that you couldn't actually install it. Like, even though you can install it on Linux, it wouldn't enter the game because of the anti-cheat. So I was like, oh, so did I save myself from a catastrophe? Catastrophe? So yeah, currently I cannot play that game on my own Windows and Linux and other games I use as anti-cheat level, kernel level, which it sucks. And there's only some studios, I don't think there's a lot of them who did this, but I remember the specific one being Bungie with Destiny 2, where they just throw the anti-cheat. You could play that game on Linux, but then they decided to, no, you can't. That's a genius decision. Generally speaking, a lot of multiplayer games won't work on Linux, so if you want to play, if you're a multiplayer gamer, good luck. Well, for my case, like for example, just simple, well, for single player games, and you know, that's where the Linux works. And nowadays people doesn't really care that much for multiplayer games anymore. I mean, they're still popular, but not like the biggest thing. I mean, we have companies trying to still sell live service games because how they are to release old games when the popularity of it died. But the funny part about it, about all that situation, is that the single player games I think are now more desired. But also I think it's gonna be a certain point where we won't have too much of it. It's kinda hard to tell, to be honest, in my opinion. Okay, party. Set the party, set the floor. But anyways, it's very... So yeah, so single player games, you're gonna have a good time with Linux, definitely. You might have some complications to run some games, but maybe that's possible. It has happened to me. You know, actually, you know how when we went to play FNAF World Redacted, there were some visual glitches, so the game didn't run too well. So I have to, even though I didn't move anything from how I have configured this game, but these things can happen. But if you're patient enough, at least I haven't found like anything complicated. Actually, the most complicated one I found recently, it was I was trying to run a game, but the game was running with horrible frames. And the way I found out to fix that game was to move the game, which was in a NTFS hard storage type. How you call this? You know how your hard drives, the SSDs, you can put like the format of the storage? Well, NTFS is the one that uses Windows. And Linux uses mainly ext4. So I have like a one NTFS for Windows. Also, you can use it on Linux, by the way. and another storage with the ext4 format. Can I run, please? 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 Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, fuck this shit. Yeah, that was that part wasn't that bad for me. My goodness. But anyways, I was saying before the hard drive format mattered for that game to work. I had to move the game into a ext4 and it magically worked. So for a lot of cases, probably it's going to be the same. But don't quote me on that. So yeah, that thing's gonna happen, and that's inevitable. I mean, that's generally speaking, these things that always can happen, even in Windows. Windows is not perfect. One of the reasons why I left Windows is because I had a lot of issues in the past. And I have and I think the latest installation I did to a system with Windows, it lasted less than I have currently with Linux, which went through like 2 big updates. Yes, 2 big updates. And the other thing, the second one left some issues, but I think that's mainly the version of the Linux. But yeah, running Linux is actually very easy nowadays. Well, for me, it has been more stable, more easier. I haven't got too much issues. If I got an issue, I was able to fix it recently. There are some things that I haven't fully fixed, like for example Wi-Fi. I unfortunately got to connect my computer with a LAN cable, so I have to use Wi-Fi. I'm using a USB Wi-Fi adapter. Adapter. Yeah, no, that's how you pronounce it. Adapter. Adaptador. I forgot. I'm so sorry. But and I have some issues with the thing because sometimes it just disconnects from the internet randomly. It's not like for example when streaming it's very rare, but when I'm just watching a video it might happen, or like when I send a file to someone or upload a video to YouTube, suddenly can lose the internet connection. It's kind of annoying. Sometimes I have to disconnect and reconnect the USB, which is behind the case is the AIO. The AIO, yeah, I think that's how you say it. So yeah, it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying, but overall, I mostly have a good time with Linux. And most of the issues I have, I was able to find solutions. That's mainly because I use Linux Mint. If you use Linux, if you use a distro that's very widely used like Linux Mint, you're definitely gonna have a list with problems with the finding fixes on the internet. Now, if you are I don't know, let's just say a Manolo's OS, yeah, good luck. Yeah. But anyways, this is basically a PewDiePie using Linux. Gotta say, I have respect for PewDiePie for actually doing more than I'm doing. Because there's a lot of things I take advantage of Linux, modularity. PewDiePie is going way further than I have ever done, and that's, you know what, that's pretty cool. Like good for PewDiePie. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for PewDiePie for, you know, doing more than I ever done in my 3 years of Linux. Maybe 4. No, 3. 3 years of Linux. Good for him. Okay. I mean, if, so also for those who want to move to Linux, you know, the senior payload post that I found, which that it showed me. One important note to mention, something I mentioned payload is like if you could like run Adobe, you know, the Adobe thingy stuff, Linux. Mostly it's impossible. Most of the time it's really hard to make it run. But most of the time you're better if you just actually not use the programs. Like the thing with Linux is that it's mainly supported with open source programs. And while there's programs for that you may use on Windows, like VLC, you know, here for example Linux, OBS is also Linux, is on Linux. In other programs you may find, but generally speaking, you're gonna be using like alternatives, and that's for the best. You can run programs on Windows on Linux, like, you know, you are seeing right now with fnaf 4 redacted. But things like Adobe or the Microsoft Suite thingy, it won't work most of the time on Linux, and that's sad. And it's not going to be for everyone, that's the most important thing to mention. Linux is not for everyone, you might require use something that may be more for up to you. You know, you could say that for me it's actually Windows for the streaming stuff, but here I am, I'm streaming on Linux. And even though I do stream a few games on Windows, most of the time they are on Linux. Your Risk is such a great composer. I still believe in the fnaf 4 OST is underrated. Your Risk deserves more recognition, in my opinion. I wonder, Scott, it's something that I began to wonder yesterday. But so you know how like Leo Risky has like these good, creepy, memorable FNAF themes? Like in Sister Location, for example, because we went from having like these cute, active, good energy, adventure-y, energetic songs from FNAF World to the creepy ambience of Sister Location. Makes me wonder if Scott choose Leon Risky based on it, like his wide range of composing themes, or he just, you know, it was a coincidence that Leon Risky can compose this kind of song, music as well. That's cool. You know, that's cool. I really love Leon Risky's songs. I have listened to some of them outside of FNAF, and they're really cool. I recommend you to listen to some of his themes, some of his albums that are non-FNAF. Alright, let's see if we do not die here again. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Run! Run, please! No, 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 no. You fucking kidding me. You fucking donkey. I hope it's Kofie in Genshin Impact actually says that. Okay, I don't think that's gonna happen, but it'll be funny. Also, the thing with the voice acting strikes, with, you know, the SAG-AFTRA thing, it's very funny and sad because while they're supposed to be fighting for a good thing, it kinda looks like things are not going well. But only this track is lasting longer than the one that we had with the actors. writers a few years ago, 2023. Was it 2023, right? Yeah, 2023. But also, man, is this just me, or it kind of looks like people are not supportive of this of the strike anymore because of what happened with Genshin. It's so funny because like it's not like Hoyoverse is actually doing the right thing. I don't want to say anything with confirmation. Take this with a grain of salt. But like the moment Joy Seija did the second video of the strike, which is he voices Rice Leon Genshin, by the way. He kind of opened a whole can of worms, and a lot of people begin to question about the Asak Abstra guild union, because it's not similar like in Europe. I live in Mexico, so a lot of things may not apply in here, but basically in the unions you will get the benefits even if you're not part of the union. Like if you work in the industry of bakery and the union strikes and they get to agreement, even if you're not part of the union, you'll get agreement. Like you'll get the benefits. Like it's a wide benefits for everybody who works in the bakery industry. So now, imagine that doesn't apply. That's like Astra. I don't know if that's gonna be it's like all US unions. I have no idea. But yeah, that's an actual thing. It kinda looks like the union, it's like Astra union doesn't really benefits that much. I mean, it does give really benefits, sure, but like, it's not like the union that should be. It doesn't feel like it should be the union that people should be believing, like agreeing to have. I don't. It's very complicated, to be honest. I feel like actually that's pretty much that's the good word for Zack Abstra. It's very complicated. Even so, CH admits it in the video. I have to pronounce his last name because I have no idea. But yeah, it's interesting. Right. It's really interesting about these topics, and apparently one thing that Sosieja also mentions in his video is that Genshin, it's not a game that is part of the guild. It's not a union. However, it's not a union studio. It's a non-union studio. I think that's the word I was searching for. Basically, Genshin shouldn't be affected by strike, but apparently some voice actors were like, okay, you know what? I don't think it's a bad idea to, you know, to get something fair from Hoyoverse, like to take the advantage of the strike, which, you know what, it's not a bad idea, to be honest. Like, even though the main topic is to, like, you know, no AI, you know, Hoyo, you know, like, you know, that, you know, being a non-union game and being like a very popular game, I think for asking for better like income and more money, it's not gonna be a bad thing to ask. But also like it became really weird and complicated the moment where like, yeah, Hoyoverse became non-union game, and like Hoyoverse is a non-union game, a studio, a video game studio with non-union games part of it. And apparently the main narrative appeared to be AI, and eventually became so complicated to the point that actually there's no AI. Well, apparently for Hoyoverse, it's not only is it possible to join the union because of Chinese laws, but also the own Chinese laws doesn't allow for AI cloning stuff. So it's like, what? So it's like, what? So, okay, so if the idea was to strike because of the voices, like maybe better wages and stuff, or Genshin to become a union, then you're just pretty much making it the problem. You're actually fighting for nothing. Oh, well, apparently also that the strike for Hoyo, it's also like not planned. Like there was an actual plan for part of the VAs, which honestly that's very professional. So you know how next patch is going to be? We are going to have a Mondstadt, and you know how the trailer, the special program, is in Japanese. I think I don't remember if it was Japanese or Chinese. I could be also Korean. To be honest, I don't remember how the way the characters talk. But yeah. And it has reached a weird point where the strike kind of, you just kind of feel like like that was a really necessary strike, because we're not only not getting any confirmations, but also like Zack Astra, like, you know, one of the actors of Lynette says something about a replacement that happened. Something I'm not dying here. I don't know. Or maybe not. I trust myself. Nah, I'm gonna be fine. See? One more hit and I actually died. That was very risky. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, the actress Lynette says something about because the reason why to begin with, the reason why like these discussions happen is because a lot of actors has been on strike or like not working for Hoyo, and actually the reason why non-union actors actually strikes is because of solidarity, which okay, that's fine. But one thing that happened, and that's honestly a really funny one. Sort of. Actually, not that funny now. Think about it better. Not that I think about it way better. But no one expected that a voice actor, like a character, will get a voice replacement in Genshin. That being Kinich. Kinich got replaced, and it went horrible because a lot of voice actors began to. I won't say bully. A lot of people say bully, but I don't think it's really bully. It's unless you really want to count rejection as bullying. They're not like actually insulting him or saying bad words. But yeah, he got a lot of rejection, and it all went pretty much with misinformation because people didn't know that the voice actor doesn't live in the US. The voice actor has no idea about there's a strike going on in the US. I think the actor is living in Japan actually. So yeah, it pretty much went wrong very quickly because of that thing. So yeah, the one was actually I think there were some actors that actually defended the new Kinich VA. I think one of them was the Auroran VA. Like, to be honest, like I honestly believe that he shouldn't receive any harassment apart from the VAs. And actually, I was expecting things to go like, yeah, people attacking in the replacement of the actor replacing Kinich. But no, actually things went on the contrary. Which, by the way, harassing and that stuff, it is still bad. Don't get me the wrong idea, but surprisingly, I expected to like go into the actor and not to the, you know, to the others who said things. Okay. Oof. Oh my god, that was a little bit scary. It's just, this part is kind of scary. with the glitch world and this part because overclock it's a little bit strong. Yeah, 30 seconds. Okay, okay. Okay. You might get if I get sub 20 today, I'm gonna cry. But yeah, that's also the thing that happened. It just I don't know, man. I feel like the main issue with this is not only the AI, of course, but also the lack of organization and how weird SAG-AFTRA works. Just doesn't feel like it's an actual union. That's the issue. That's the thing that I feel. And yeah, you can say that it's better than not having a union, but yeah. So yeah, basically, that's a thing that happened. And okay, now we need to talk with Alfred first. Well, what happened? Alright, 4. I was spamming the enter because I had to to check something quickly with my phone with one hand. It's not very comfortable. It's gonna be a little bit of time lost, but RNG is the main thing of this game, to be fair. So to be fair, we say that to RNG. But yeah. We're now getting Spring Trap. Oh yeah, that was easy. Can I please? There we go. We're kind of flying. This goes both ways, but let's see how this goes with this. Slasher. Here I have to use attacks because this actually will work. Oops, I went down a little bit fast. Oh, wow, okay, that was a frame reducer. I want to press R. Ah! Oh my god. Why am I running? Oh my god. Yeah, I have I have the chip that allows me to run, have better luck with running, and it takes forever. I was about to press skip again. There. See, that was a hit and slasher to an enemy. Yeah, there's less chance Foxy. Or non-binary Foxy, yeah, I don't know how you say this, to be honest. Oh my god, Booba instead. We need to kill Booba fast because we are about to lose time. I have to use kill Foxes!
I hate this!
Yeah, sure, should explain that. I don't remember if it was after the thing. That's played. Yeah, I don't know what I'm presenting exactly, not gonna lie. Alright, let's kill the fucking rainbow now. Okay, it's pretty hot here again. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to to turn on the AC a little bit. Personally, I like to turn on the AC during that are yet this time of the year, but like if it is required, then I'll do it. All right, let's try this.
Surprised!
People told me a few things about the things that I could use for FNAF World. First of all, the mimic, not like the mimic. I'm talking about the ability. It's really a bad idea, but the issue with the mimic is that it kinda takes long to attack. As you can see, using speed, it's actually faster than actually using mimic ball. So that's why I don't tend to use mimic ball. And also, like, getting speed chip is way easier than getting the mimic ball. So yeah, I think the speed, endless speed, is what gives you more benefits than using mimic speed. Other thing, Ray Slasher, what's the name? Spectre has a Rainy Day too. Rainy Day's not really a bad idea, but the thing is, you mainly want damage. You mainly want use Slasher than Rainy Day, which is Springtrap uses Slasher. It has Rainy Day too, so you mainly want to use Slashers. The other one, it's not that bad of an idea. But also, by the way, keep in mind the Slasher is a fixed damage. It doesn't increase by like the attack buff or defense debuff to the enemy. So it's not really that worth. Since only I have to catch it with Slashers in the team, I think it's better to throw Slashers instead of the other one, in my opinion. Nice. Oh my god, that's not good. That's not good. Fuck. Please. 1
minute left, you stupid idiot!
Nope. The rod is dead. The rod is dead. Alright guys, I'll give you a moment, I'll be back very quickly, I need to check something. Alright, hello, but I want to say, I'm sorry for the little thing that happened. I require to attend something quickly, urgently. I don't know how much time it took me to react. How many times? 2 minutes? 4 minutes around? No, never mind. It was longer. I'm comparing the time of stream and recording, but I think it was longer. I'm so sorry for the long wait, but I'm here. I really needed to check something, and to do a quick help. It was urgently, and so I require my full attention. But anyways, for now things are alright. So yeah. Let us continue with the speed run, baby. Did there's a Monty fan game dedicated Monty fan game where like he's like the antagonist? That'd be nice. Okay, so let me just do one thing. Uh, yeah, let me just check something quickly. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think things are now. Okay, actually, we have to continue now. Alright, so. Well, thank you before the pain. I pressed 1. I forgot what we were talking about. We're talking about something. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure we left the Linux part behind, but I don't know. I'll let. You know what? I'm gonna mention like things, software that I have used that it like good if you want to use Linux and you know you want to use some software, which actually most of them are on Windows as well. So you want like to try a little bit of that software. You can do it now on Linux and Windows. But if we're talking about manipulation of images like Photoshop, GIMP, it's good enough, I think. I think it's good enough. I know Photoshop have more stuff, more advanced things, but I promise you that GIMP has a lot of things that you can do. You might heard like GIMP kinda sucks because of the interface, but recently GIMP got an update which it became better. It hasn't got an update in 7 years. I think that's because they've been working to I think make it more flexible to modify it, and so they waited. So it was like a 7-year waiting for a new update. And I think it's a good enough good place that somebody I think people can use it. And with that in mind, one cool thing of GIMP is that it's customizable. You can change the icons, select a theme. Actually, in GIMP, I'm using something called Photo GIMP, which it pretty much adds Photoshop to GIMP. Well, like the look and feel of Photoshop. There's also like you can customize your keybinds to be like Photoshop. You can customize it. If you're talking about good full professional, maybe it wouldn't be that good, but it works. I heard people say that Krita is also good for images manipulation, even though Krita is more of a artist drawing program. I won't deny that it works for that as well, but I don't find it that comfortable as GIMP, in my opinion. I prefer to use Krita when actually do drawings, or now we're going topic of the art of like drawing software or art software. I prefer more Krita for when doing drawings or doing like complex pixel art, which kind of like, for example, the pixel arts I've made for my character lately. Well, the two past, it works really well for that. If we are talking about doing like textures or more simpler stuff, I haven't found one. I found Pixelorama, which is fine. I know there's Asperite. It's a software you have to buy, but I know that you can compile to make it work on your like you compile and get it for free. I know there's Libre Sprite, which is like the same but open source. I haven't tried that one. I haven't tried any of them, to be honest. And also, I found like the software used to make textures back then when I did texture for Minecraft. it was paint.net. I found a sort of same thing called pintura, which is paint in Spanish. It's not like when I started, it was pretty much it was pretty similar. It was like, okay, I just wish that the color palette selector was a better one. Then it got updated to a new version, which adds now that a better painting thing, but now the UI changes more to be more compact to the point that it has a lot of like how do you call this? Pestañas? A lot of sections. Did you say that? It's I prefer that it wasn't the case. And I just used it once for testing. I haven't used it. I mean, it's not like it's ugly or like it's impossible to use, but I prefer the other one. The one is more closer to the original. But at least the color part shouldn't be as much of a pain as it was. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually gonna be using that one or gonna be giving it a try to Asperite. As for texturing for my textures, I tried Blockbench. I need to learn more about Blockbench before I could use it. You fully go on there because there were a few things that I have no idea what was happening. But I tried to see if I could use it like as a pixel art program, but I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna use it as pixel art program. Maybe I'm gonna stick with Pixelorama or try Asperite to see what of those work better for me. Hi. But yeah, what else? I mean, music player VLC is available on Linux, so you don't have any issues with this. Audacity also is available on Linux. Video editing, you have Music Gideon Live, but if you use DaVinci Resolve, you'll be pleasant to know that DaVinci Resolve is also Linux, so that's cool. And also there's, oh my goodness, I'm finding these orbs everywhere. What else? A Pixelorama. Oh my, that was close. No, also for the shortcut is good. I tried it first. I used for very few videos. For a few first videos. It had a lot of issues for my taste. I guess you could try also. Well, that's the other three things I know. What else I can use? Oh my goodness! Just jump sometimes jumps are feel so clunky. My goodness! There. No, you don't want to restart. This thing that embarrassed me a lot. That actually embarrassed me. But anyways, 3, 2, pop. But yeah, what else? For making scalable pictorial graphics or SVGs, there's Inkscape. What's the name, right? Inkscape? I don't think it's Inkscape, but maybe it was. I don't remember. But it works. I tried it before. It's I never made SVGs before, so that's my first time using a software to make SVGs. So I don't think it's like I don't think you should hear my experience for this, but I try it. I guess it works. I don't know. I don't know how different is the create SVGs from a the graphics with actual pixels. Also, OBS is on Linux, so that's another thing. You might be pleasant to hear. What else? I can think of my Office suite. You have LibreOffice, which you keep for default in Linux Mint. There's another one. I know there's another one. Oh, like OpenOffice, I think it's called. I heard they have more compatible with the Office suite of Microsoft. I don't know how true it is, but you know, there's this the suggestion, like there's my, you know, if you want to check, there's the recommendation. What else? I can think of right now. Steam is a Linux. Other launchers are not, like Epic Games, GOG. You can install them using Wine, but I think it's better if I prefer to use Heroic Launcher for that, which you can install Epic Games Store games, also GOG games, and another one. I don't remember the name of it. Maybe it's Humble Mumble or something like that. Other ones, you can install Minecraft Launcher from download it directly from the Microsoft. Well, actually, you can download it directly from the software manager. Besides that one, there's where launchers are available. Well, I think that's for now. Lutris also I think is a good one to install. Also, heard people recommending bottles for gaming. It never really worked for me. I mean, if you guys want to try it, go ahead. You might need other people's like opinion about bottles. I might not be the person for that. But yeah, there's bottles. But yeah, Lutris is also the one I recommend a lot. This is the one I used to run a lot of my games. Even games that could be run on directly from Steam, I prefer to run it directly from Lutris, like the FNAF games. I think it's way easier with FNAF, in my opinion. But yeah, just saying that. And what else? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, trying to think like other software. I don't think there's a replacement for FL Studio on Linux. If there's one, I don't think it's that good because I don't hear a lot of people saying about that one. Maybe needs to get some improvements to match up with FSL Studio. Also, VS Code is on Linux, I should have mentioned that. Actually, generally speaking, programming is good for Linux, so yeah, I don't think that's going to be an issue for most of you who do programming. There's also Retro on Linux. Actually, emulation works really good on Linux. What else I can think of right now? I can say that? Yeah, the thing as well. I think for that said, I try to think of more, but that's pretty much all I can think of right now. Like, I consider to be like important, like a lot of programs, like maybe like my image visualizer and that stuff, that's already in Linux, well, installed by default to Linux mint. But it's like the other programs that actually import the software to use, like I think in different areas. I think those are like the important one I can think of right now. Oh yeah, the 3D, like 3D art. Blender is also available in Linux, so don't need to worry about that. And then from there, I don't know what else. Again, I might need to really look on detail. I'm a brain system program. I'm speedrunning to be able to look up that kind of stuff, so you have to wait. Also, I think there's also eCalibre for books, for digital books. I used it a little bit for a few books I had, but I haven't used it since then. But yeah, there's that, if you're interested. Oh yeah, browsers. Good point. Browsers, the most important thing of almost everything. By default, most Linux distros are gonna come with Firefox. But also, there's like I think Google Chrome can be installed, but like you need to install it directly from Google's webpage. You can install Chromium from the Software Manager. You can also install Microsoft Edge from the Microsoft Store, or Microsoft Store from the Microsoft Edge webpage. Brave has some versions uploaded depending on what packs you're using, like I think it's for slaps. Maybe some packages not available on Flatpaks, but a lot of them are not actually officially provided by the who made the software. It's just people who are bringing the software for Linux in Flatpak form. What else? There. Hey, what else? I try to remember the other things. Also Brave also available, I think. Yes, Brave. Opera GX it's not, but normal Opera it's available. Besides normal Opera, there's also alternatives to internet, like Firefox alternatives, not only Chromium, like Chrome alternatives. Like there's also, I only know two, that being LibreWolf, which has a very heavy protection, and Florps, which is the one I'm currently using. I think Florps is pretty good. You can disagree if you want, but I like it. I like to use Florps. Oh, nice! Finally! Let's fucking go. Oh my god. That was close, okay, please, please, please let me run, let me run, let me run, please. Have mercy! Oh my god, thank god. There you go. Now let's go around this thing. And then we go through this thing. Goodbye, Jojo. Alright, pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, what else we have to... I think that's all the software I can think of right now. Power browser I mentioned already. I mean, I mentioned the VS Code. There's also VS Codium, which pretty much removes the Microsoft part of VS Code. If you're that, like, detailist, we could say. If you really don't care, you really care that much for that stuff. And yeah, I think for now that's it. I mean, I'm trying to think of other stuff, but like things like things, some things that you have to find independently on your own. There's something that I don't think I can really truly answer. So yeah. Oh wow, we're going fast. Actually going fast, wow! Boomai's dead! You know what, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, it feels nice to have a cold room. Well, not really cold room, but like at least cold, like fresh enough that I'm not feeling that I'm going to melt. I won't have it too long to turn off. Actually, I think, yeah, actually I'm gonna turn off now. There you go. Just to keep it a little bit fresh before I have to end stream. I haven't always the AC auto as fan, but that's pretty much it. Just as a fan, doesn't really do that much, but you know, the heat. I cannot handle the heat. Every bit counts.
If I get hurt, you get hurt.
Wait a minute.
If I get hurt, you get hurt.
I had to, okay? It's kinda difficult when I have to move very quickly to the express burst. Oops.
If I get jump scared, you get jump scared me.
That was cringe, but anyways. No! Ah! Wait. I didn't want to do that. I want to find a list there, but you know what? I think that's not that much of a good idea. When I cannot see who's there. Nope. Ball boy. Balls boy. Fortnite balls. I didn't use that word that much lately. We get a huge advantage with time, and now we are suffering to get Springtrap. Please, can I get Springtrap? Can I get Springtrap? Please? Please? Oh my god, not even Springmon is showing up. What is this? Some kind of sick joke? That's Spring Bonnie. That's Spring Bonnie! Who wants Spring Bonnie? Well, actually, they are pretty good, but I don't want Spring Bonnie now. There we go. Oof, the huge time loss is coming. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. Oh my goodness. Also, yesterday, I posted this on Blue Sky, but yesterday I woke up with a huge pain on my leg. Probably, I think this happened before, where probably I stretch a lot, and I end up like hurting my leg. So yeah, the stretch ended up like being very painful. It didn't took too much hours to get back to normal. I mean, there's still some pain remain, but it's not like I cannot use my leg. I cannot walk or anything like that. So I'm fine. Luckily, I'm fine. But to be honest, it really felt like I've got spring lock. It really felt like that. Guys, don't get spring lock. And you know, like the evil, like the evil. How you call this? Like the evil gnome evil gnome just went and spring locked my leg as a joke. You know, like those legends, like oh yeah, they gotta like the Sandman. Like if you don't sleep, Sandman does something to you. This kind of legends. I think that's pretty much the same but with my leg. There's like a little bunny who brings spring locks things, and yeah, he kills you. He just spring locks your extremities. Oh my god, the slashers are not working. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just Jacko. Oh my god, that's a huge die lost. Incredible. Incredible. It was 6? I was 4, yes. Because Kauto no longer is part of the run. 6, yeah, 6. Unless we destroy the rainbow, there's no chance to defeat him very quickly. To be honest, I think it's not that wrong, but I'm just gonna complete it because I won't have time for another one. So yeah. Very funny how the path to get through this is actually very easy. I want you to learn that it's honestly pretty hard to miss that. Just so easy to learn that, it's just mostly left.
Surprise!
Surprise!
Did you really think I'd let a moron like you reach the end of the game?
I still wonder how this version of the game brings you an endless bubble rate ability.
Yeah, after that it'll be game over.
I just don't know. I know it's not by having full, or at least like 2 characters of the version of Halloween update. I know that, I tested before. I have no idea why this is the case. Fuck. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Foxy. Okay. Now they haven't seen any slasher, to be honest. I haven't seen any slasher number go. Any 99999.
And my rainbow cannon will be ready.
My rainbow cannon will be ready. I replayed the rainbow minigame a few days ago. You know what? Probably a lot of people will hate that minigame. Yes, it's hateable the first time, but this is like, unironically, a game that it's, once you learn it, it's not that terrible. Probably the only annoying issue is the ice attack. My goodness. But besides that, it's pretty easy actually. Like the rainbow minigame, once you learn it, it's not as bad. Oh, that's not good. Hitboxes. Oh! No! That's not good. Oh my god, this is not good. Oh my god, I think that's the first slasher I ever hit. Oh, like this run is lost, guys. This run is over. The moment it took forever to get spray trap. Wow. How have you been able to complete one run? That's what I'm hating of this. I hate my life. Anyways, the next video is coming soon. I just need to finish extra editing and that's it. But yeah, it's coming very, very soon. Gosh, I didn't just hit one slasher. I didn't just hit one. I can remember. Okay, 2. But it's not gonna be enough. Yeah. We just to finish one run. Why not? Since we are at it, like, there's nothing to lose at this point.
Surprised! Yeah, did you really think I'd let a moron like you reach the end of the game?
That's so annoying.
You stupid, idiotic moron! Now, if you'll excuse me, I
Okay,
need
that
to
one
do an
damage,
extra
fine,
job
okay.
for planning. After that, it'll be
But anyways, what do you think, guys, about the... I mean, I didn't mention the fnaf movie, the Minecraft movie, but I don't think we ever actually properly talk about it, and that's because I'm stupid. But yeah, the Minecraft movie, I just mentioned, I think, all of the memes and the theater stuff. Speaking of the theater stuff, that was very fucked up. I'm all in for cinemas of people like screaming excitedly about things, like, you know. My function when I watched the FNAF movie was like that. It was very exciting. We had a lot of fun. You know, I talked with some of the people in the theater being fully FNAF fans. It was fun. Like I enjoy it. I enjoy being in FNAF, being in that room with a bunch of FNAF fans. That being said, I think the Minecraft movie was different for a lot of people because. You know what? Even before I'll talk about that. Even the like Sonic 3 movie, which I don't consider myself to be a Sonic fan, but I know about the Sonic, like the Adventures games. Never played those before. I hope I can play them in the future. But let's finally. Just few slashes could work.
You!
Actually, I want to defeat my latest record, like reach to my latest time. Oh my goodness, this actually sucks. But yeah, as I was mentioning before, I'll take a screenshot about the run and share like how bad RNG ruins the speed runs. The whole bad RNG ruins enough for redacted speed runs. Like how it can be a blessing, but also a horrible thing. But yeah, also with the Sonic, no, like there was a lot of excitement for the Sonic movie, and people were very nice. Were excited. People were like, "Live and learn, again on the edge of tomorrow." Like there was a lot of excitement with the Sonic 3 function. I was very happy. I enjoyed also that function. With the Minecraft movie though, sometimes I regret watching the unfinished version because I could for the enjoyment of the memes. But on the other hand, I'm happy. I don't know in the case of Mexico, like my local theaters, but the things that came out from these functions, like people throwing popcorns, like people doing weird, like leaving the theaters very dirty. My goodness, I feel bad for the people who went to watch the movie civilized. Like, you know, maybe the person also wanted to scream the excitement, but like the things that are going bad because of people throwing drinks, throwing popcorn, people standing up in the movie, not letting the others watch. I think that really ruined a lot of people's functions about the movie. And there were cinema saying that, hey guys, it's fine that you guys get excited for this stuff, like if you guys want to meme about it, but guys, don't throw popcorn, don't pour drinks. And there were a lot of people who ignored these warnings. And yeah, there was a lot of issues with that. There's been a lot of issues, a lot of complaints. And you know what's the people who gets the worst part of all of this? The people who work in theaters. a lot of people don't know this, but some theaters, I don't know the rest of countries, but but when you work in a theater, you don't really work in a position. Like you pretty much do everything. You clean, you serve, you make the food with food. I guess they're like kitchen, but like so like crazy stuff. You clean the bathrooms, you clean the cinemas, like you are charged of like selling the stuff. And pretty much everyone working in the theaters got fucked up because of the Minecraft movie, because they had to go and clean all the disaster that these people left. And that's the arguments people saying that it's their job to clean. Like, yeah, but that doesn't give you the permission to be a dickhead and throw things on purpose. The reason why people like the trash appears, like, I'm pretty sure this is all cinemas. I believe that it's in all cinemas, but when you're in that function, you go when you're leaving. You left the things they used to carry the food, and you give it to the employers, and you throw everything to the trash. And the food ends up being left on the floor or in the chairs. That's the thing that gets cleaned. Like the idea of cleaning the disaster of that the customers left are like they are accidental spills basically. Like this is not on purpose, not people throwing popcorn on purpose. Of course there will be some dickheads that will be throwing popcorns, but like with the Minecraft movie, like, they never, I don't think they never, or usually it doesn't escalate to worse. With the Minecraft movie, people like just pretty much throw entire cups of popcorn, drinks, like full drinks everywhere. And honestly, I don't think that's horrible. Not only I don't think it's a bad thing, or I think it's a bad thing and no one should do it. It's a bad thing, just period. Straightforward, bad. Like four of these people, and by the way, guys, don't you expect that these people? It was? Oh, yeah, no, it was the slasher. I was about to say, it was the poppers. But don't you think that these people actually get paid for, or they are gonna get like an extra money because of what happened? Oh, this kind of stuff. Don't expect that. I don't know if there were raises, like they're like extra paid for the bonus because of that extra cleaning, but don't expect that. Don't expect that kind of things for jobs of this level. That's an unfortunate reality. Honestly, that's a really bad thing. I wish this nerd, like I would, like, again, if it was just people like excitedly with a chicken jockey, like fine, but like throwing popcorns and that stuff, come on, it's horrible. I never met someone who went to that function. Probably in Mexico wasn't a thing or problem, but I think in the US it was, and I don't know in other countries, but like maybe I could go to the Minecraft movie during that time in here, my local cinema, it wouldn't be any issues. But like in the other parts of the world, like the US, yeah, I think I'm glad that this was never an issue. I'm glad that could be made a possible thing. Again, I don't know if that actually ended up happening. I've never seen any reports of cinemas being in problems because of people. One thing I think happened during the Minecraft movie, during the FNAF movie, is people stealing FNAF signs. It happened mainly in Mexico. I don't think it happened in my local city, my local town, and my local cinemas. But that happened a lot here in Mexico. That was interesting. It was something harmful, but like I don't know if that's the thing you should be doing. But still, at least you didn't ruin movies, no one's experiences of watching a movie. So you know, at least that's the benefit. That's the benefit. But yeah, the fact that also workers have to come out to the screen and say that, hey guys, you have to stop, or we are not going to play the movie. Or having to stop the function in the middle of the movie also. Like, I think even police getting involved. Like, imagine how crazy it is. Like, it's so. Just can't imagine. I can't. It's so crazy. Like, it just. Why? Why this is a thing? I hope that like, if you guys watched the movie, you were to watch the movie nice with not having this kind of issue, that the people, you know, the people who work in these games, sorry, like the people work in the cinemas, or people just wanted to scream tricky jockey, everyone clap and laugh, and that being like, yeah, having a good time, not having like popcorn spilled everywhere on purpose. I hope you guys had that experience, or just you know, also, even a silent experience. That also, you know, that's the way the cinema it usually is. You know, the theaters. I hope you guys are able to have a nice experience with the FNAF movie, with the Minecraft movie. I prefer to watch the finished version, best option ever. I hope you guys had a good experience. But anyways, guys, that'll be pretty much it for today. I didn't have too much time to stream today, so my apologies. And to be honest, it was kind of a long stream. It just there was a little pause in there that I had to attend. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me. Follow me on my Twitter account, EduTheStar87. Mainly follow me on my Discord account, EduTheStar.BeSky.social, because I'm way more active in there than in Twitter. I slowly begin to not be that much into Twitter because of I don't really like the social media. I don't like what they have become. Also subscribe to my secondary channel. Well, sorry, I didn't mention my main channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, EduTheStar. It's coming. There's the part 3 of Undertale written by Yellow. It's coming soon. And also subscribe to my secondary channel, EduTheStarlight. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. And tomorrow actually for the latest Genshin special program is up in the secondary channel, since I did not need a stream for that. But anyways, bye bye.